Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Largo podcast. And finally, the day has come where Finley gets to join me in our brand new studio. Welcome, Finley. What do you think of all the lights? It's pretty bright.
It's bright. I'm impressed. You've done very well. I saw it briefly on our Riverside call last week. It looked nice there, but it looks even better in person. We're slowly scaling up this operation.
Yeah, we said it. 2026, year of the Largo podcast.
It is. We've got a few extra things now. We got the lights, which I don't believe we had the first time. So we had cameras first. We got lights now. We got the black background, which was probably the next thing we need to sort out. Just maybe a bit more just a few little things in the background just to spice it up a little bit. But other than that, Zach, you've done extremely well.
Thank you. I'll be honest, they're just bed sheets. Actually, no, I don't know if they're bed sheets. Like, almost thicker than a bed sheet. But yeah, works well.
Yep.
We'll slowly grow this space. And I was thinking, let us know in the comments below, what do you want to see in the background? Because Finley's a free agent behind his head, as you can see. I've got a few little fruits behind me. But yeah, let us know what you want us to put in the background.
Yep.
We're open to it.
If you're willing to pay, we can put some severe branding behind us.
Yeah, we could.
We're happy to bend over for the corporate dollar. So
Yes, we are. We are exploring all avenues. But at the moment, we're both fairly wounded soldiers. You still feel like you're on death's door by the sounds of it with the, what was it, the new flu?
The Nipah virus.
Nipah virus is coming out of India from consuming bats, I believe. How are you feeling, all right?
Yeah, I'm slowly getting better, but today was a bit of a step in the wrong direction, I think. Just sinusy. Just sinus infection. I feel like my eye's going to pop out of its socket, but I'm going to try and keep the coughs to a minimum. Bear with us if there's a couple. I'll try my best not to, but
I might have to get the Wuhan hazmat team in here after and just, if there's a different coloured sheets behind next week, you know why. We had to incinerate them and put them into a big burner.
You're going to have to go through some kind of like health procedure check after this to make sure you don't take anything home with you. But no, I don't think I'm contagious anymore. I think I'm just dealing with the after effects, which hopefully won't go much longer because I'm actually over it, quite frankly. But
yeah, fair. I like that.
Yeah.
And I almost went to hospital last night at midnight.
Yeah, you said that.
It was pretty crazy. I've never had issues with my ears in my entire life that I can recall. And yesterday I went to work and I was just like, I got this like earache. Like, never really had that ever. And it was okay throughout the day. And then last night at midnight, I woke up to what felt like Alex Volk, the UFC fighter, had just fucking clocked me in the side of the head every 15 seconds.
Right.
And I was just going, like, it was 9 out of 10 pain.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even sit still in bed. Like, I was moaning, going, oh, like, my partner probably thought I was dying. And I was like, I don't know what's worse, the pain or having this pain and sitting at Ballon Hospital when there's no doctor on call.
Yeah.
And just sitting there for no reason. So I was just like, you know what, I'm going to have to just get through this myself. And I passed out and woke up and feel a little better. But that was pretty strange for me. And now I'm thinking, am I at that age where, like, you know those surfers with like FCS hats and earplugs? And I think that's me.
No.
I think I'm going to get a 20, an FCF surf hat and earplugs.
I just don't like it.
And just be a virgin for life.
Yeah. Start working for the church and become a priest or something, and then
I'll be knocking on your door.
come and sell me the Bible.
I will be selling many Bibles. But yeah, we're a few wounded soldiers here in the Largo studio, but we'll get through it.
I did surf this week, so I probably shouldn't have.
No.
I did.
We spoke about this off camera. You get a heart rate up when you're sick, and it's just like an invitation to a coughing fit.
Yeah. I was struggling to breathe at one point, but the waves are quite good. And I thought I'll have some Nurofen cold and flu and just get rid of the pain, and it worked for a bit. And then, funnily enough, I was kind of like wigging because since I've been home, haven't surfed because I've been sick. But my last surf was in Indonesia, where like everything feels relatively safe. Like you don't
in Indonesia.
Well, like in terms of like I'm not going to get eaten by anything.
Oh, just 1,000 other issues.
Yeah,
that
more
bypassed, but that's fine.
Yeah, there's other issues, but like I'm probably not going to get eaten by an animal. and then went out first surf Lennox Point and friggin' was just sitting there, and not a small shark jumped out of the water not that far from me, and I just like, this is insane. Like, I couldn't believe.
Jumped out of the water.
Yeah, full like jumped out, did a couple spirals, landed, and it was like, it wasn't like a friggin' 5 meter great white. Like, it wasn't like full man eater, but it was big enough. It would have like taken a
Little bully, because that spin.
I don't know if they spin something, whatever.
Yeah, bullies always spin.
Okay, well,
like juvenile ones, not like a big 3 meter, 4-ton one.
no, it was probably just a bit bigger than my surfboard, like, so probably like 2 meters, but just like fairly round as well. And it was not that, like, genuinely like 30 meters away.
Yeah,
and there was no waves. Paddled in, like, you like paddling away from a shark and your legs are up, you like kind of get your legs out of the water, and like the legs started cramping. I was like, I don't know what's worse. Like, do I put this down and maybe get a nibble off it? But
it's like fucking playing Twister on your surfboard. Just instead of having your legs and arms on a colour, it's just no colour.
Yeah,
just static on the board. That's it.
Seriously, I had my legs up. The good thing about Lynx Point, there was no waves, but like, you just paddle to the rocks.
Yeah,
it's not like you got a huge distance. Like, I was sat further out there than the shark jumped. Like, the shark was further in, closer to the rocks.
Down the line though.
Down the line, but like probably in line with me. If you're like looking at it down the line, like, it was not far away, and I was literally sitting out there going, like, everyone's been obviously freaking out about the sharks. I was like, I actually feel really safe out here today. And like 5 minutes later, that happened.
It was like
just a reminder. Yeah,
a little subtle reminder. It's funny. What day was that?
I reckon it would have been Friday.
Well, I surfed with Connor at Sharps on Saturday, and we were talking about, it looked like a scene out of Fiji. Like, water was so blue. It would have been at least 25 degrees, if not more. Yeah. Like, it was sweating when you were paddling out, like Indo shit. And there was about 3 dudes out. 2 things out of this story, actually. First of all, there was, 2 or 3 dudes out and a really long, like, left. So, like, the lineup was pretty big. And this one dude paddled out and he ripped, and he was from Morocco, and he paddled up to us because we were further up the beach, and it was like a reeling left. You know what he said?
What?
Is it okay if I surf with you guys? And I was like, I'm about to kiss a grown man. Yeah. I felt like going, you fucking get it. Like, you get it. You've traveled enough. And he fucking ripped, obviously. So I was like, yeah, he fucking gets it. And we're just like, Connor was shocked. He's like, because it's usually like, hey, mate, how are you? Or cold shoulder, nothing. And this guy came up and had the balls to just be like, can I surf here?
Was he asking that because, like, he wanted to, like, safety in numbers?
No, it was a respect thing for sure.
Okay.
For sure. I'll get back to the safety and numbers part, though. So then about an hour later, we were having so much fun. Only like 3 of us surfing. And Connor and I were sitting there. And about 10 meters out in front of us, we just saw this big, dark square. Like, it was like a meter cube, like splack patch. And I was like, and in the corner of Sharps, there's little bits of reef. Yeah. I was like, that's a bit of reef. And I was just tracking it, and it was moving, and I just went, and Connor looks at me, and we both look at each other at the exact same time, and we just go, is that? And I'm like, yep. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, that's not a dolphin, because it was fucking huge, man. It looked like a patch of reef, like rocks, moving in a really slow, like, parallel direction to us. Wasn't bait, like, because bait, obviously, like, you can see, like, fish, like, slapping the surface and stuff. Yeah. It was by far the biggest shark I've ever seen. Like, it was a bus. And Connor was the same. We weren't like, because it was out in front of us and you weren't looking directly down, you can't tell what it really is. Yeah. But we were confident it was a shark the size of a fucking bus. And then we were like, oh, it's tracking away from us. Like, and it's cruising. It was going so slow. And then the blue bottles came. We're like, nah, fuck this, out of here. So, like, it's actually, I don't think it's ever been this bad.
So the blue bottles sent you in rather than the bus-shaped item.
Fucking hate blue bottles. I'd almost rather get... No, I'm not going to go there.
Don't say that. You moron.
No, I'm stopping up there. But from what I'm understanding, like, obviously we did a podcast a couple weeks ago about talking about the sharks and what's going on. I heard Ain't That Swell have done one. I jumped in there and had a listen. We Can't Be Friends did a pretty good segment on it too. From what I can see and who I can follow on Facebook and Instagram, kind of feels like everyone wants a controlled cull for specifically bull sharks. Yeah. I think it needs to happen.
Sure. I don't.
You seem like I'm like just stepped on your grass or something.
No, I genuinely like. I don't care as long as it works. Like, go for it. If it's proven to work, then like cool.
Yeah.
But if it's like kind of just like let's just kill him because like they're hurting us, then when there's no like backing towards it, you know what I mean? Like if it's just needless killing, then I
Don't
don't
just shoot from the hip and go, oh, we tried.
I'm not against the cull, but like as long as it's like worthwhile doing it,
For sure.
But it's just it's just been a shocking run. Like we had a non-attack attack as well. That
we've had 3.
Yeah, we had obviously the 4 last week within like 48 hours of each other, or 2 weeks ago, and then while I was still over there, I think, or I might have just gotten back, there was another one at Flat Rock, which was just a bump. It wasn't didn't take a bite. Obviously that one, I think it did get leaked into the news. I think they try and keep those ones under wraps if possible, because it's a non-event really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it easily could have been an attack, and then obviously I had my experience, you had yours the day after. Like it's they're pretty feral.
I've never seen it. Yeah, I've never seen it that front of mind. And like prior to this, you when you like chat to crew that like aren't endemic to the surf world, and they go, "Oh, you surf? Oh, you scared about the sharks?" You're like, "Not really." Like, "Oh, do you see heaps of sharks?" You're like, "Not really." But now it's like, fuck, like that narrative is changing. And yeah, it's kind of scary. But and I spoke to Xavier Bryce, who was up in the office this week from Sydney. Beaches have been dead down there. No one's surfing. It's been like, it's really hit hard down there, obviously, when you had that many so quickly.
Yeah.
I just think it's time to do something. I'd happily go to the fish and chip shop and put some ketchup mayo on top of it and just start eating them.
Nice.
I've been doing it anyway.
You're getting the use out of it, I guess. Like you're eating it. That's the main thing.
And like one thing before we move off the shark, harping on about it, I do enjoy going through the comments and just seeing the opposing ideologies conflicting and whatnot. I just don't understand when someone from the Kimberley goes, you go into their home, it's your problem, your risk, whatever. I don't weigh in on like backburning legislation for like rural areas, because I just don't live in the rural area. Like everyone is allowed to like have a comment.
Yeah.
You can comment, but I just hope that kind of stuff doesn't go into like policy making and be like, yeah, we got all this data to suggest that no one likes it. It's like, well, I'm not going out there going forestry people shouldn't be allowed to do backburns because 15 rodents die and insects and things. Do you know what I mean? Like, it has to be somewhat specific to
choose your battle.
Exactly. Like, I'm not advocating for crocodile culling in northern Queensland because I just don't have the first-hand data to be like, no, what I'm saying has conviction.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I feel like on this one, it's just so easy for crew to be like, nah.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, where are you from? Mount Isa. Oh, sweet. No worries.
Yeah.
So our fate is in the hands of someone in Mount Isa. Nothing against Mount Isa, but you know what I mean.
I get you. Yeah.
It's just a bit frustrating.
You got to pick your battles, and I think if you, obviously everyone has a right to comment, but I think if it doesn't affect you directly, then and like if you're a really loud voice on it and it's not affecting you directly, I don't generally like that.
Comment on some other shit.
Yeah.
It's just that part I actually have it doesn't affect me. I'd giggle. I look at it and be like, "Oh, Susie from Dubbo's chiming in again." I'm like, "Fucking hell, Susie."
Yeah, no.
I might just start going on like local Dubbo sites and being like, "This pie is the worst," even though I've never been there, and just be like, "Yeah, this IGA, this lady was a bitch or something," and just start fucking with Dubbo or something like that.
Oh, Google reviewers are even worse, mate. Don't get me started on Google reviews.
We should get some Google reviews.
Nah, I can't stand people who leave negative reviews on Google sites. It's just so dumb. Anyway,
but yeah, moving on. I just had to get the shark rant out of there.
Yeah.
Just thought we'd have a little bit of a catch up about around the grounds of what's happening in surfing before we get into the pipe and what's going on there. Have you seen Pedro Scooby's new ad for McDonald's?
Yeah, it crossed my feed. McDonald's.
What is going on here?
It looks like a scene out of like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs or something. It's pretty funny. He's
surfing a cheese wave.
Yeah. No one has cashed in harder off surfing, sold out more than Pedro Scooby.
Is it selling out, or is this going to be like the new way of surfers getting paid fuckloads of money? Like, there's no doubt he's probably making more money than the top 10 surfers on the tour, right?
Yeah.
That's a guess. No one go out there and fact check me and go, Zach's fucking wrong. I get it. But while doing like, He's done work with what AMG, Mercedes and
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans and Macca's Brazil. Like
Yeah.
they're huge corporations. Surely they're forking out cash.
Yeah. I just can't take him, like his name, I can't take it seriously.
Scooby.
Pedro Scooby. It's just like,
I just think Scooby Doo blazed while having a Scooby.
yeah. Just a whole lot. Pedro into a Scooby is one of the craziest.
That could be his
names.
porn star name.
It maybe it is. If it's not, I'd hate to see what his actual like stage name is.
Big Show. I don't know.
Amazing. No, I've seen the ad. If you haven't, check it out. It's pretty comical. Without doubt, it's selling out what he's doing. He's just going.
Macca's is pretty, yeah.
It's pretty ballsy.
You can't really come back down to
Yeah.
That's a new ceiling that you're punching through.
Yeah.
Good on him. He's getting paid more than us. So.
Yeah, he's cashing in.
He did kind of have I don't agree with what he was saying about the old judging being racist.
Yeah.
Georgie Batara and Mr. Dantes, but hey, he's making more buck than us.
Yeah, he is. Maybe we need to start selling out.
We're trying. We've just gone and got these fucking lights that make us look like we're on a newsstand for like Channel 9.
Especially me. I'm looking at me in camera one here, and I have no obviously background, as we touched on earlier. I look like I'm in like a real estate commercial. I keep saying that.
Come buy houses with me, Finley James. The median house price here is $8 million for one bedroom house. Our shark problem will probably reduce
maybe
housing prices.
Maybe that'll happen. Maybe people don't want to live here.
I just thought about it. The sharks have been from Sydney
literally
to here. So you'd have to go to Queensland and get attacked by a box jellyfish, or go to Vico and freeze your nuts off.
Sure.
Should we move into the pipeline?
Yeah.
The Challenger Series.
Let's do it.
It's been pretty incredible, like to watch those waves that they got.
Yeah.
So much better than the backdoor shootout.
Well, from all accounts, it's been a pretty shocking Hawaiian season so far. They haven't really had many days of good waves at all. I think early season there was a couple. Since then, really not that much. So I think for what we've been dealt with, the forecast is challenging, but I think they're going to be okay. Already seen 2 really nice days of competition. As is usual, day before the event, absolutely pumping. Obviously, no event that day.
Nothing you can do.
Duck
titties.
Sort of flawless 6-foot backdoor crew.
Can I just add, did you see the drone shot of the people?
Yeah.
That was, what do you do?
Well,
it's not even worth paddling out.
It's the place to warm up. Like, it's where the event is, so there's no point in surfing Haleiwa if the event's at Pipe.
Yeah, but do you reckon you're actually better off going to Rockies and getting literal feet on the wax? Because there's people out there when it's that crowded that are literally going shit once.
Yeah, but I reckon like
so you might be fighting over a 2-foot shit, like one where not even the fucking mums on bodyboards are looking at.
Yeah, no, I reckon.
What's the point?
It's more just for lineups, I reckon. You've been out. It can be beneficial from sitting there going, all right, well, that wave broke there. I'm sitting here. Jamie O'Brien's sitting there. Like, what can I do here? I feel like it's beneficial, maybe more so at Pipe, because lining up and positioning plays such an important factor.
But let's just say you paddle out and you see Jamie O'Brien sitting somewhere. You can't even paddle to him because 30 blokes are going to go, where the fuck are you going? Like,
yeah.
You can't even paddle.
Just putting eyes on, like where crew is sitting, where waves are coming. I feel like at another venue, like it mightn't be as important, but Pipe, like positioning is literally everything. Like you can be 5 meters or 10 meters out of the spot for one, and that's the difference between you getting like a 3 and an 8. You know what I mean? Like
I agree, but on that big day, after the local round. There's no such thing as positioning. That was just a messy, fucking scary ocean just unleashing onto a 150-meter zone. Like, it was pretty hit and miss, which was evident through some of the heats, which we'll go through 8-point rides and 0.01s and shit, like almost making it. So, But yeah, I know what you mean. But far out, you'd have to be paddling out there going, what the fuck am I even trying for?
Oh, you'd be, unless you have a spot in that lineup, you would have been paddling out that day going, this is a research day rather than...
But it's always a research day. That's the problem. Like, there's no, like... I've heard there's been, like, little windows, not this season, but just over time, like, when the wind comes up a little bit, but cross-shore, but still barreling, like, those are the little items that you're looking for to be like, oh, this might be my time.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, that crowd, was the most crowded I've ever seen it in my entire life.
Yeah, it was
Like,
bad.
it was a carpet.
It's because of the tours. It's like we haven't had a challenger event there. So you've got the men's and the ladies. Both, I think ladies is around 48. Men's is, well, for this, it was around 128 or whatever it was.
And then 80, then 64.
Yeah. So, like, you've got essentially 48 ladies. You've got 108 men all trying to warm up on one peak. That's why. Like, it's kind of unprecedented. You've never had, like, 2 tours that big trying to warm up in such a small venue.
True.
So it probably is the most crowded it's ever been, to be honest. I mean, you could probably go and surf like off the wall or something and maybe have a few less people, but I dare say a lot of crew would have done that anyway. Off the wall probably would have been crowded.
True. I heard Glindo had a bit of a shitty time at off the wall. You know that big rock that sits out on the... Oh, you haven't been, hey?
I've seen footage of it though, and there's
this one big rock that sticks out like a couple of meters from the shore.
Yeah.
And it's like a pyramid. Think of a small pyramid that sits about 1.5 meters above. And he was coming in and a double up got him, and because he wasn't looking behind, he was just coming in on a whitewash.
Yeah.
Double up behind, just mowed him over that rock and got flogged and
no way.
Nearly hurt he hurt his ribs and stuff. So
true.
Maybe off the wall is not the answer. I don't know.
Maybe not. But that's probably the closest thing to pipe that you could surf.
Fuck, it's a scary wave. It's like a glorified closeout.
Well, it's kind of just where like the people that don't have a spot in the pipe line up or like traveling surfers go to try and get a wave, but it's like a much scarier version of the actual wave, right? It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's got like little ribs and boils and things there. It's a scary wave.
But then every year, like I think Lucas Skinner last year got that crazy one off. Every year someone gets a psycho one out there.
Yeah, true.
But yeah,
that's where if you're in Hawaii and you know that we're there and you want to come find us, we'll be off the wall getting the scraps.
I'll be surfing the shore break probably.
Going into boneyards.
So day one starts. Ladies sent out. It's small pipe and backdoor. There's really not much to report here up until Molly paddled out.
And that's nothing against the ladies, but it was pretty dismal surf.
It was just dismal. The surf wasn't great.
I will admit there was some times where I was like, oh, could have been a barrel.
Maybe, but
it's just a positioning thing. Like, again, these ladies probably, you'd have to say 3/4 of them never surfed it.
Mate, like, if I go onto the women's heats, or if this internet wants to work, like, just a name off the top here in the round of 48, and that Laylor was not catching a wave in that warm-up session. I'm sorry. No. Like, that's what I mean. They're just not. And it's a shame. They would have been getting... like intimidated by the blokes who are just putting their head down and not looking and going, you know, like even more so for the girls because they've had less experience at pipe than I'd say all of the men really. For those guys on that day, they would have been out there. Very few of them would have got waves, I imagine.
I wonder if it's possible for them to introduce what they did at Cloudbreak, warm-up surfs for the finals.
Yeah.
And just say, guys, we need the lineup for 3 hours in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Or even because there's probably 2 hours of daylight between, being surfing safely.
Yeah.
Unless you're Yolanda Hopkins going out in the fucking night time.
That was insane.
I thought she was joking. Portugal was the last one, hey?
Yeah.
When she paddled out at like...
Oh, no. She was doing like morning for it, but she was like going for like a 10K run at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
And then paddling out
going for a surf. But she was surfing backdoor at like dead set midnight. I messaged Mike about it. And he's like, bro, I paddled out in the morning. I was like trying to be the first one out. Couldn't see in front of me face. It was that dark. And she was already out surfing.
She was up to 9 waves already.
Mate, it's like she's growing on me.
Nah.
She's actually growing on me.
Oh, shit.
We've had our piece to say about her in the past, but I can't deny it now. Like I've got invested.
I can't unwatch that wave from Newcastle Challenger Series. That is fucking tattooed on my frontal lobe, and I just went, oh my God. Like, anyway, I'm sorry, Yolanda, if you're listening to this, but
well, mate,
I just can't unsee that.
You're gonna have to watch her again in not that long because we're gonna have to do Groundhog Day.
Well,
event number 2 at Merriweather.
What do you think about the women's were surfing on that first day, which we've got here in our notes, which is completely right. Molly Picklum was the only standout in our opinion of that whole day. What are your thoughts on splitting the round over a 3-4 days? It's going to be 5 days by the time they put the women out.
What do you mean, splitting the round?
Well, they didn't get to finish the round.
Yeah.
It still hasn't finished.
Oh, right. Well, we had a lot of people in our DMs and in our question box asking about this because that was, and like we were going to get into it later, but we may as well do it now. So obviously they ran up to Molly's heat. May as well finish talking about that though, because I only had one more line on it.
Go.
Highest heat up until Molly was 11.6 heat total. Molly powers out, gets 16.06. With a high 7 and a low 8, which is kind of like just shows the severity of the class gap and how good she is in those waves compared to the rest of the field.
Did you also on that 8 that she got?
I
think it was an 8. Laura Raup had priority.
Yeah,
sitting right next to her.
She's just too good,
and I was just like, gouging my eyes out, just going, you literally had priority and you could have gone.
Yeah, it's just a class gap. She's had more practice there too. And I think she's just so much more comfortable than these girls there, which is allowing her to probably identify a wave that to someone who hasn't surfed it before probably looks a little bit like a closeout. She knows that it's not going to close out. And
I think this one they both knew and just...
Yeah, she just didn't...
Nothing against Laura. This looked like she went, oh, no, thank you.
Yeah. That was
I might have done the same.
It's kind of a wave that John identifies out there, one of those long-running backdoor waves. She's got a similar read. But moving on from that to your point before. So they finished Molly's heat. They decided to call the rest of the round off, which is the waves had sort of depreciated. Probably not the
they
word.
Weren't that good to start with though.
Nah,
that's what I was kind of wigging. I was like, it wasn't 3 foot. Oh, sorry, like 6 to 8 foot offshore.
Nah,
pumping.
They declined though. The wind was up. It was probably. It wasn't
been up for the men's too.
Yeah, well, I think if they had their time back, they probably continue running, but they maybe thought they had better conditions to come. They call the round off, so that's fine. But then what happens next is we get that huge swell come through, and because they're already into the round, I think it's unprecedented that they've actually started the men's round before finishing the ladies' round. So there's still a round that's running. They've got how many heats left to run in that one? Round of 32, so that's 8 heats. They've got seven heats left.
Sorry, the weird thing is, they only ran one heat of round of 32.
That's what I mean. Weird. I think
weird.
The wind came up a lot, but I think you're right in saying that if they knew what they know now and how bad the waves going to be, they probably would have continued running. They call it off. Men's round, they start it. It's solid. I think it's a good call because that particular day, me and Zach have been calling quite a lot for them to like send the ladies out in equal conditions. I think for this one, yes, morally they could have and just done it, but I think for like a day of competition, I think it just would have been a complete waste of possibly the only swell we get with clean wins in the event. And I don't want to sound bad. Molly and a few of the girls would have done really well, but a lot of them wouldn't have done well. There would have been a lot of sitting around, a lot of really good waves going unridden. I think for an entertainment perspective, I think it was important that they sent the men's out on that day, especially at Pipe. If it was a more perfect wave, like Cloudbreak or something, and you can get into them easier, and it's kind of like one sort of spot, and the wave's a lot more perfect. I think that's an area where you kind of go even more so, hey, let's make us a bit more equal. But with Pipe, because none of them are experienced there, they don't have the runs on the board, I just feel like there would have been a lot of good waves going unridden.
Very valid.
Yeah.
But when do you start?
I know.
We've been here before.
Would you have preferred, though, to sit there and watch?
It's not about what I prefer. It's about what is right.
Understand.
How about the first time we spoke on camera, we were fucking shitting ourselves. We still kind of do. But we're up to episode almost 60, and it gets easier.
Yeah.
And now the first time people were probably listening and watching, we're probably like, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say is the equivalent to them. You're going to watch a couple of heats and go, that's rough. But you're robbing them of the opportunity of getting experience, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, you're robbing Molly Picklum by going, I want to go out there and get the biggest cone ever.
Yeah.
Like, when do you start? Like, I know there's you want to have everyone engaged and as many views on the thing on your webcast. So we're all blank. But like, we've been here before, and we're just deferring the problem. And people go, it's unsafe for the women. It's unsafe for the men. It's unsafe for the women. But like, you're just deferring progression.
Yeah.
And it will happen again and again and again. And it's like, when do you just, if it's equal pay and equal opportunity, why is it not equal in this regard?
Yeah.
Just run it as it happens.
Yeah.
I just don't see it anymore. Like, I get it. Like, it's a hard watch, but you got to start somewhere.
I agree, and I don't sound a hypocrite because we've been calling for this for quite a while, like to have it equal. But I just, for me, and probably what the WSL are thinking too, is how if there was like an equal day the next day that was going to be as good or like better, I could have been more with them just running the ladies, even if it was going to be a poor day of surfing, like not many good waves ridden, maybe a few like 10s, but a lot of 1s and 2s. I can get behind that, but just because there's dead set for the rest of this forecast, might be one good day left, and they've got to finish 2 events. And I feel like for them, you're right, their highlights package is going to take a bit of a hit there. I just felt...
Or it could make a highlight package.
It definitely could. It definitely could. Just from what we know and what we saw on day one, even on the smaller day, like there was good waves going unridden.
Mm-hmm.
On a bigger day, it's only going to be amplified. I think they just made the call based on... Because it wasn't small, and it was rogue pipe. It was like second reef washthroughs and all that coming through.
Mm.
It would... The chances of that being a successful day of ladies competition is probably very low. Like Jamie O'Brien had 1 wave in his heat. It was a 1. Like,
yeah,
I fully get the argument, and I'm like, I've been with it the whole way. I just think in this isolated instance, with the way the forecast is looking, I just think they needed to run the blokes and just get them done. Because
the thing is, they didn't run the blokes. They ran a local round, which they introduced.
They ran the local round because they had to, because Billy Kemper decided they needed one, which he had similar fate to Jamie O'Brien. He had like a 1.5 heat total for his work. So
he actually went over the hangers pretty high.
Good on Billy. But they had to, like, there's just an extra round that they had to get out of the way. So they ran that. They also ran the men's round of 80, which was, again, important because that's like the first round of the Challenger Series guys, or the lower seeded Challenger guys, which now we're into the main draw, which is good. We'll get to that. But like if say they continue to run the ladies on that day, they finish around, then they might have had like the locals round done, and then they have the next really good day, which was kind of pretty pumping in the morning. They would have had to run the men's round of 80 in that, and then we probably wouldn't have we might have seen a few heats of the men's round at 64. And then we've got a really shocking forecast for the rest of it. I get that I don't know if there's even a correct answer to this, because
I think we're just overthinking it. And if people truly want to bridge this gap, you have to see them as equal and
just chuck them out.
If you're the contest director, just be like, okay, on day 1, we're going to run the equivalent round of round 1, round 1 women's, round 1 men's, round 2 men's, and it just can't proceed. It just stays like that because
and it's just chance each event.
Everything else is equal, right?
Yeah.
But now we're picking and choosing when the guys and girls get to go out, and it's like, do you think the guys want to paddle out and be like, fuck, it's macking, like it's fucking huge? Do you reckon they're frothing to get a 12-foot set on their head?
No, they're not.
How did they get comfortable and better at it?
I'm being selfish because I wanted to watch I wanted to watch some huge pits.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
And I do too.
Yeah.
But it's short-term pain, long-term gain.
Yeah.
And we just seem to defer this issue over and over again. But
as long as they're making an attempt, like, say next time we get a good forecast and they chuck them out when it's solid, that's good. Like, as long as they're doing that, you're right. And, like, you could probably just do it, your men's round 1s on day 1, ladies. It's hard because then if they have lay days and stuff, you don't know. You got to factor those in. But if you organise it so it's like men's round 1 runs first, then ladies round 1, then men's round 2.
Is that not fair though?
Yeah, it makes sense as a system.
Because then you can't have people like me and you literally calling them out and being like, it is what it is. It's a system that goes start, finish, start, finish.
Yeah. Yeah,
hey, why'd you run the girls? Because we're up to the girls. Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
No, it makes sense. Yeah. It's just potentially copying at this stage. You're right. Like, it's going to get better. It's only going to get better though if they put him out in those waves. I feel like droning on about it. We've talked about this so often. It's only going to improve if they put him out in those waves. I just feel like for this, isolated instance. We've got a shocking forecast. I think the WSL just went, we have to run the men's today. That's basically where it's at.
Look, and it might all be water off a duck's back because, like you said, there might be 1 or 2 days maybe left that the women get to capitalise on.
Yeah.
But my only point there is half of them are gone already.
Well, that's right. Yeah, you lose a few in that first round, or you lose half in the first round. So, yeah, and yeah, I don't really want to add too much extra on that because it's such a we don't know the ins and outs of the call. Like there may have been something else at play, but very weird, and was pointed out to us by a fair few listeners that they finished the ladies round after one heat and then went in rather than finishing that round the men's round. Odd. Leave it there though. Kind of covered the first day of the ladies competition. Day 2, believe it was, they called it off. Too big.
Yep. There was some gems that day
We
though.
had sources on the ground saying they should have run. Tricky. Huge, second, third reef wash-throughs, but guys in particular like Luke Teemer and a few others, we're getting some absolute caves amongst the wash-throughs. So
Window sent me some sick clips.
Yeah.
Like, it looked pretty good. But I hope someone can pull me up if I'm wrong, but previously they can't go on hold or something like that. Once they start and finish. There's no like on hold or anything.
Oh, really?
It's the agreement with the tourism board there or the government or the council, whoever it is it's based off hours.
They can only go until 4 p.m.
No, but it's like you've got 32 hours to run this event or something like that.
Oh, really?
Like it's capped at an hourly thing. So like once you start,
Yeah.
you kind of have to stop, and you can't stop and start,
Mhm.
off on is what my understanding is. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So maybe that
That might
comes
play
into
into
it as well.
But yeah, there's a couple standout performances. Could have been a really good opportunity to send that Hawaiian round out, I thought, and just get that done. Maybe even the next round of 8.
To it.
Yeah.
Like, throw them out. No worries.
Yeah, like again, it comes like it wouldn't have solved the ladies' issue with like starting that round. But if they were going to send the men's out anyway, I think get them into it. It would have been 10s or 2s, but that's fine.
It was 10s or 2s the following day.
Yeah, it was very similar the next day. Probably a little bit more rogue on this second day, but yeah, it could have been a good opportunity to get them guys out, get that round done, and then unlock a bit more of the remaining forecast for the main event. On day 3, a couple hours of waiting, men's competition kicks off. So they did eventually get the locals round underway. Kind of just touched on that with the ladies, but this day was absolutely ruled by the Hawaiians. Surprising amount of 7+ wave scores for how rogue it was. A lot of low scores though from pipe specialist Jamie O'Brien, Billy Kemper, a few other guys we touched on before. They failed to even catch 2 waves.
Yeah, Jamie got a 1 and nothing. And
Jamie
Jamie got a 1 to make it and still didn't even pull the trigger.
Refused to take off. It was pretty heavy.
Kind of fucking OG if you ask me. Just like, yeah, well.
Yeah, I don't think he has much to prove anyway now. He's just in it because he's getting the spot.
Again, probably paid more than half the CT there anyway.
Yep.
So he doesn't really need the money.
He just moved out of his beachfront home there as well.
I saw there was a bit like, I don't know, like I think, you know, when there's a thumbnail, it's super catchy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm leaving the North Shore. I kind of like, no, I don't know if I'm going to click on this one.
I watched it.
He actually moves, or?
He actually moved out.
I thought he was going to move like some furniture from left to right and be like, I moved.
Yeah. No,
to North Shore or some shit.
he's famously got that like pretty crazy mansion right on Pipeline there. And I think he was just copying like a lot of abuse from people. Like everyone knows that's his house when you walk past or whatever, or you go to the beach. It sounds like on the webcast, he was talking about it. He was getting crew like yelling at him during the night and stuff. And he said there was like parties happening in the Volcom house, which I thought was a bit lame from him because he would have grown up like
In
at
the
those
dungeon.
parties. And I think he was like, his wife was getting him to call the cops on him and stuff, like bit heavy.
Oh, so he's saying the surrounds is too rowdy.
Too much. He's a family man now. He's got a kid, so I can
Yeah.
see why he's doing it. He's getting yelled at, parties going on. He's I think he just made the call to leave, so he's moved somewhere else. Pupukea maybe.
Yep.
Is that far away?
Not really.
No, it was
Far
somewhere.
enough to get away from the strip there.
Yeah. So he's out. Again, kind of pointless information, but thought I'd add it while we're
No,
talking
I
about it.
actually enjoy it, so
Yeah.
thank you. But yeah, that round saw plenty of like Cole Rothman first heat 0.97, 0.8.
Yeah, it's pretty standard for him though, right?
And then you've got Joey Johnston an 8.83 in the same heat. So that right there, those two stats tell you exactly, if you didn't watch any of this event, that's That's what you're dealing with was
So that's
road
one-
waves.
There's only one wave in that heat above a 2.33, and
Yeah.
it was an 8.83. So 8s or 2s literally is
Diamonds in the rough.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the call.
Yeah,
you
tough
made
round, though.
you made a sort of, what's the word for it? An observation though. Someone who didn't feature in that round.
Yes, I was interesting. Like, obviously, the whole broadcast was like, look at the caliber of this round, which it is sick. Like, you got Zeke Lau, Jamie O'Brien, Mason Ho, Benji Brand, Kyle Rothman. There was one name that I was like, oh, he's usually there. And old Makua Rothman.
Magoo.
Rothman. And if you're wondering, oh yeah, Zach, I wonder why he wasn't there. Go check out his Instagram and you'll find out why. So old Makubu has moved away from tackling the dragon of 100-foot jaws and pipeline and things like that to a more humble beginnings resurgence of soft country music / rap for 50-year-olds.
I can't stand this bloke.
I don't think was it him in How Surfers Get Paid? Was it him or Billy? I think it might have been Makua.
No, Billy was saying some pretty.
Was he the antagonist in that
Yeah,
about the prize money?
that was him.
But
Billy's
I feel
another one that I feel like not a lot of people like on the, well, maybe on the North Shore, but a lot of travelling surfers don't like. But continue on that.
very strong personalities.
Yeah.
But it looks like Makua has completely changed pace, and now he's a singer / content creator.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing some. Oh man, there was one video where he's like, reshare this 1,000 times and I'll jump in this water. It's like, fuck, bro. Like, surfing gave you so much. How did we get here? What did you do wrong?
It's like Pedro Scooby angles.
It's
happen.
like Timu version of Pedro Scooby's life. It's not even fucking Timu version.
Mate.
It's like, I don't know, man. But to go from like growing up looking at those names like the Rothmans and the Kempers and like
O'Brien's,
like
and all that.
McNamara's and things, and then just seeing like they were like, I just grew up like looking at those guys with the boards behind them at Wyoming, tough guys, like tatted up, like fucking core as. And then go on his Instagram now, and the part I love the most Finley is like he's got like film clips almost as reels of his live audiences, and it looks like something out of a fucking old home house thing. Like it's like a bunch of 70-year-olds dancing and booging in. There's like 20 of them on the D floor.
Bro, it's just like, it's chat GPT music. It's like, write me a rap song that's going to appeal to 20-year-olds, and it just churns out this
it's like
awful stuff.
biblical ocean lyrics, like
Right.
talking about God and then surfing but like, yeah, like AI made it.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
I'm just, you know what I'm happy with is that he is not within a friggin' 3-mile radius of the commentary booth for this event.
Oh, you'd just be singing it.
Oh, dude, I can't stand his commentary. It's really bad.
Mm.
He starts like throwing out like all the and Kaipo and who else is it? There's a couple of guys that do it really well, and they bring out like the Hawaiian, they have their own like
Native
words.
tongue.
Yeah, and they drop it in where necessary and like where it makes sense, and they explain it. He just goes with it the entire time and comes up with these stupid sayings. When I just remember something about mango, like just awful. Bingo, mango, pickled mango or something, like just the worst stuff you've ever heard. Just like, I'm so happy he's not commentating.
Can we jump on the commentators for a second? I do enjoy Kaipo's commentary at times, but every time Shion Crawford comes on, or like on the screen or in person in the booth with them, he brings up Karage Chicken and Fortnite. And it's like, I giggled the first time. I don't even think I giggled. Just kind of like, oh yeah, bit of information.
Yeah.
But I think it's been like 3 or 4 occasions where like he takes off on a wave at backdoor, like fighting for his life. And he's like, oh, Karage Chicken. And it's like, oh my God, that guy plays Fortnite. It's like, dude, can someone come get their dad and like take him away? Like, what, like, what's this Fortnite thing? Like, we get it. He plays Fortnite. Like, that's just like a normal fact, but he's like blasting it this time around.
Yeah.
It's just been pretty weird.
They need a, I don't know. You're going to be pretty hard pressed to find an ex-professional surfer that wants to do that, considering they've probably retired and are happy staying at home with their families and stuff. But You need like a friggin' Taj Burrow or someone like that to just
I
jump
think
in.
they need to bring the median age down from 65 to at least 30. Maybe the Largo podcast can go in there. I'm not too sure. There'll be some
It's not
phone
my
calls.
space. I don't want to be there, but someone else can do it. Someone else I don't know. I feel like you need someone that's a little bit more, even just like Jesse Mendez he did pretty well, I thought.
Pretty lateral though, bro.
I think giving him hard with the language barrier though. I think
If I heard him say fucking lateral one more time,
Yeah.
I was gonna go deaf.
they need someone of his ilk though that's like relatively recently, not even retired, but maybe just couldn't cut it anymore.
Yeah.
That is still in those fields.
Jackson Baker.
Perfect.
Mud would be perfect for it.
We're not writing Jacko off as well, by the way. We sincerely hope that he cracks it, but
Hey, there's a reason why he is our most listened to podcast.
he actually is. He's overtaken everyone. So Jacko, you're number one.
Because he's the most charismatic fucking bloke ever. Get him a spot once he's finished up.
100%. He's perfect. Someone like him though.
They should. I was thinking about today, like they had Ross Williams and Kaipo, and they're still talking about Rabbit Stream Tour. It's like,
Get rid.
guys,
Come on, lads.
can we move? We get it. It was good, but for like our generation, it's like constantly blasting. You guys fucking missed it. It's like,
Yeah.
thanks, super optimistic over here. Like,
Yeah.
can we get some current stories in? Like, what did they do the night before? Like,
Yeah.
I watch Cola Bros and things like that on YouTube, so I can actually see it. But no one talks about it on the webcast because they're talking about how cheap fuel was and a fucking loaf of bread was in 1993. It's like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's why we're here, mate.
little
We're just
rant.
filling in the gaps where needed.
Yes, that's actually literally why we started the podcast. But anyway,
Back to
we'll better found a story later.
Yeah, absolutely. Back to the surfing though. So
Yes.
got in the round of 80. Riara Ito,
Fuck me, mayor of the fucking strip there for sure.
mate. He's the only one. He had the highest heat total for a non-Hawaiian in the event
I'm going on record.
in that round. Sorry.
I don't know if I spoke about it on the podcast, but I definitely spoke about it in, just personal relations. I really thought that the Asian regions would struggle here purely based on stature. They're
Mhm.
small, very agile, not like built
Yeah.
huge surfers. Not typically good when it's bombing fucking pipeline.
Mhm.
And like, look at the waves they got. Look at the QS that it was in Japan. Like, most of the time pretty small unless there's a typhoon.
Yeah.
He changed the way I think about anyone from that region.
Mhm.
Like, he's Japanese, fucking incredible.
Yeah.
He was going, that wave he took, the drop he took was like, I almost think he did that for fun.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm just going to go. And like, I feel like I could be talking completely out of my ass here. He looked at the beach and went, oh my God, there's a lot of people watching. There's probably a chick over there, big milkers. I'm going this one. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He looks so comfortable. Like that one he got where he actually got a 9 or something on him. Stood tall and like looked so comfortable standing tall.
There's a couple nutters out of Japan. Like there's a reason they've got a team in the backdoor shootout.
Yeah.
Like there's a
Yeah.
couple just nut cases.
I feel like they're doing what the Brazilians did with, like, when I say Brazilians, I mean like Italo, Medina. I won't put Toledo in there based upon his.
Yeah.
He hasn't really
Yeah.
done it. But the Italo and Medina were like the first to be like, nah, fuck yous and your Brazilian ideology that we don't charge. Watch a highlight reel of Medina.
Yeah.
So it's fucking crazy waves.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the kind of where I see these guys fitting into.
100%. Yeah.
Breaking it down.
They're not afraid. A lot of them anyway. They're not afraid to go. Overall though, thoroughly entertaining day of surfing. Woke up on day 4 of competition, pumping still, more manageable waves. Kind of competition day where it's more excitement to go and surf the waves than it is anything else. You're just like frothing. And Jamie O'Brien actually remarked later on that was the best morning of conditions he'd seen that season. So that's not light, not to be taken lightly.
Bit of a offshoot here, which is probably not relevant. It's funny, like, have you seen the snow conditions in the US at the moment?
No.
Fucking terrible too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I reckon they're linked.
It's because of the...
Like Utah looks like grass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like really bad snow season.
It's because of those chemtrails, mate. You're gonna have to do
That's-
some
that's
research
chemtrails.
into your conspiracies again and come up with one.
I worked in
for us.
aviation for 8 years, and if you think there's chemtrails, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I was not loading fuckloads of chemicals on planes.
Let's have a glance into the round. We've got some. Well, we both got our computers here with the heats up, and I mean the standout for me for the day. Obviously, Barron's always there or thereabouts as the best in the round. He actually didn't win his heat, which is confusing because usually he just wins everything at pipe.
Yep.
Especially his round one heat, you'd expect him to win that, but he still put up 15.3 points. Lucas Silveira had a really good heat. He had
He
an
looked
8.5.
comfy too.
He did, man. He had an 8.5 and a 7. So if you're going to beat Barron, that's the way to do it. Put up a couple really huge scores, and he smashed that.
That drone shot of Barron though, he knows that wave like the fucking shaft of his
Oh,
will.
it's crazy, man. He is so bloody good. At that
He's
lineup.
so in tune with that wave. Like the way he took off, and he's just like the leggy strings on the foam bowl the whole way.
Yep.
And he just looks that comfortable. I was just like,
He-
blown away.
He will be in the final. It's just a foregone conclusion for me. I think unless his forecast really does just suck.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to be way too hard to beat. Callie Vast, my dark horse for the event, going pretty good. I actually feel a bit ashamed now calling him a dark horse. He put up 16 points in the first round, which feels a bit.
Can I just jump on there as well?
Yeah.
His car in back home in Tahiti it's a sponsored plug. It's through Toyota, and it's like a Tundra or some shit.
Yeah.
But it has up the side, like in big writing, his first and last name. Is that pretty whack? Feel a bit whack.
Mate, when you're a gold medalist, you can do whatever you want, I reckon.
That's just weird.
It's odd, but it's also like, I mean, maybe that was part of the deal. Like, hey, we'll give you this car. You just got to wrap it with your name on it.
It's kind of weird.
It is weird. I wouldn't personally do it.
Imagine like,
Actually, if someone offered me a car, if someone offered me a brand new vehicle,
oh no, I would too.
that's what I mean.
Mate, $20 is $20. Don't need to say anymore.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking it wouldn't happen in Tahiti where he is because he's like pretty much the mayor of the village.
Yeah.
But imagine like telling someone to fuck off and like meet me on the rocks, and then they're just like, I wonder what. And then do you know how like there's stories of fucking up cars, letting tires down? But there'd be no head scratching going.
Nah.
I wonder what car he's in.
You just burnt like 10 people at Chopes, and then you come in,
You come in your car, it's completely fucked. There's no wheels left on it. It's just burnt to a crisp. That's where my brain was going. It's like you have to be nice to everyone.
Yeah, for sure. I'd happily have my name on a car if someone wanted to give me a car, but
Yeah, I'd kiss my dad on the lips to get a Tundra for sure.
Jorgen Kuzenet, really good as well. I thought 15.1
Yep.
heat total in the
Both Frenchies in
Yeah.
that one.
Charlie Quivrant as well.
Yep.
He's still doing the damn thing. Heat 6 was a tough one. Poor old Oscar Berry. He surfed as nearly as good a heat as he could. He wasn't on the best waves in the heat, but he
Yep.
just manufactured a couple of mid sixes, and I really thought it was going to be enough for him. He looked really solid, and then Ian Gentile, right in the dying stage of the heat, pretty much bends in half under the lip, and then pulls himself under it. Gets spat out, 9.47.
Just reminds me of those old school Western movies. Had the guillotine,
Yeah,
and then it's like it's gone psych, moving your head at the last minute, and just
man.
oh man.
I just watched it just go because I was obviously rooting for Oscar in that one, and I saw him take off, and you could just tell it was a good wave. And then he got to the bottom of it, and he's done, like spewing. Sorry, Ian. And
His
then
head was in between his legs at the bottom of an 8-foot fucking wave backdoor. It's not what you want to be doing.
there's such an Ian Gentile thing to do. I reckon, like he's so kind of his style's loose and gangly, and he just contorted his way back into that thing, and
Yeah, he did.
it actually slowed him down the perfect amount to maximize the wave, and 9.47 for that one. Oscar bows out. Not to
Might
worry
add,
though.
though, like Oscar would have made majority of the heats.
Oh,
with
man.
the heat total. He had a 6.5 and a 6.27.
It
Like,
would-
they hurt when it's like that.
And it was the way he went about it, because I hadn't seen him surf pipe heaps, or like, wait, I know he charges and he'll have a crack, but he just got busy and got to work and wasn't getting the best waves, but was getting scores still. And I was like, this is a sign of someone who's comfortable and who's kind of can put together a good result here. Even if you're not on the best waves, he's still producing scores. And for him just to have friggin' Ian drop out of the lip on that one and pull through was a nightmare. And for him, he'd be probably pretty devastated because of where he sat in the rankings. But I still think he's going to be okay. Obviously, Merriweather to come, he can still build on his ranking, but I do think he's going to be okay still. Griffin, just doing what Griffin does. Wind went onshore, still found a couple absolute screamers. Like, came back from an ad break, and he all of a sudden had an 8.5, and then they showed a replay, and it was like the wrong replay. They were like, "Oh, this is actually the 7 he got. This is the 8.5," and he had 15 points within the space of an ad break. Too good. And then we get to and unfortunately for Ryan Callanan, just had an absolute shocker. 2.77 heat total. I thought he's a guy that probably would have done quite well here.
I've got a theory about Arcal.
Go on.
I don't think he needs. Well, if there's an event he can win, it's the next one. We'll start by saying
Merriweather.
He needs to win and some just to even get back on the challenges. I can't see him going back to the regional QE. He'll hang his. Maybe I could be wrong, but I don't see him going down that level. So he'll hang the boots up.
Crazy thought as well. I just had Julian obviously just announced that he's pulling the plug, can't afford to do the challenger and revive his brand. He said he needed to take some time off.
Said it was about the tariffs.
Yeah, Trump's tariffs caused a bit of havoc with his stock, and he just decided he needed to pick one or the other. So
could he have fucking told us though?
Yeah,
we had a year of everyone in our DMs going, "What the fuck going on with Jules?" And he just could have said, "Oh, fucking Trumpy boys raping me in the fucking tariff department," and we would have gone fantastic. But by just mate, a simple Instagram post would have been fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of left us in the dark there. But for him now, so Ryan's jumped on board as, I guess, is he shareholder in the business now? Or
he's involved.
So he's like, Julian would just be going, crap, I'm off tour now. My major guy who rides for me and is now a shareholder in the business is going to be on the regional QS.
And Matthias is now looking like he may not get back to the tour as well.
I'm fairly confident he's going to clutch up at Merriweather. Just the wave is so.
I think you'll need a win now
to guarantee it, but he won't need a win to jump in. He'll be fine.
I think it'll be a third or better to guarantee it.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be a nervous wait for him, even if he gets a quarters or a later round. I think he'd be okay. But
fair enough.
Anyway, weird situation Julian and Ryan have found themselves in now, because I don't know. I don't see him going back to the regional queue, and maybe that's where a wild card for someone of his, obviously had his child, which caused him to miss a couple of events, fell off tour, then is now having a shocker on the challenger. Do you give him one? Maybe. I'm not sure.
I honestly think if he doesn't get on at Merriweather next month, there'll be a post on social media saying this has been great, and he's probably in this space where he can do that.
How old is Ryan?
He was living through the glory days. He had big contracts with Billabong. He was on tour when, he was getting Billabong money plus all his other sponsors' money plus WSL money. I'm confident that he's probably got a little nest egg there.
He's 34 this year, so he's not a spring chicken anymore. So he may be.
Still talent's there.
Talent's there.
It's just having a bit of a shocker.
How long are you going to do it for, though? 40? He's kind of right at the weird spot of his career. It's you could try and revive it, but how much longer are you going to have? Are you better off just...
But then if you're back on the QS, the regional QS, that's a 2-year venture to get back to...
Might not be back on tour till he's 36.
Yeah.
So...
And that's best case scenario, because you got to do a year of the Changers.
Yeah.
Then you got to do a year of the tour. Well, then the following year is the tour.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I don't know. I think there'll be a thank you post coming up.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm wrong.
Yeah. Hopefully he just does good at Merriweather. We don't have to worry about it. Next heat 9. Our man Mikey McDonough, similar to Ian, just pulls himself.
Found himself in a peculiar scenario, that's for sure.
Found himself between a lip and a hard place and managed to friggin' grease his way inside the thing.
Imagine looking at the shoreline upside down because your legs are down near your ankles and just going, I don't even want to know what's up above me right now.
You could just tell that wave was pure adrenaline for him, just purely just going, if I don't get under this lip right now, it's going to hurt, and I just have to do it. And he did. He just found himself on the peak in a really good spot for that one. No one around him, managed to get into it early. If you told me Mike was going to be the top scorer by the end of round of 64, I would have bit your head off. But tell you what, mate, 9.5, I don't think he's ever had a score that high in a Challenger series. I could be wrong.
Don't think so. He's
Snapper-
had pretty good scores at Snapper.
Yeah, but I don't think 9.5 high. For him just to be getting a 9.5 at backdoor is pretty incredible.
Yep.
So proud
And
of
funny, Ian Gentile, second highest score for the exact same scenario, looking like head between your fucking
Yeah,
knees
yeah.
at the bottom of backdoor.
Mike's was a little bit less like bent in half. Mike kind of was just more like literally the hairs on his back would have been getting. I reckon he could not have been any later under that lip. Any like a millisecond later, he's copping it straight to the spine. You know,
Yeah.
he was in the perfect place at the perfect time. Got under at 9.5. Spat
How
out.
about the shock? Like, I feel like anyone who's been in that scenario before and had plenty of time there at Pipeline would have come out and done like a fucking, I don't know, what they all do, like your personalized claim.
Yeah.
He just comes out and it looked like he was like, okay, what's happened? All right. Do you know when you have like an injury and you like tap your head? You're like, there's something that's injured. And you're like, I'll tap my knees. I'll tap this. You're like, what's broken?
Yeah.
It felt like he just came out and was just like, holy fuck. Holy fuck.
I was saying to you before as well, like, I reckon for him, obviously us watching it knew it was sick from the get-go. But for him, because it was so reactive and so quick as well, he probably came out and just was, and I am speaking just from my own perspective, I haven't talked to him about this. He probably just came out and was like, was that sick? Like, did that just happen? Like, what did I just do? Probably all just went blank in his mind. He probably didn't even think it was maybe appropriate to claim. You know, he's probably like, if I claim this, like, are they going to throw me a 5 or something?
Yeah, imagine, and then you're that guy who
Yeah.
has to put $5 in Kelly Slater's claim job.
That's it. So obviously, like, incredible. We're so pumped for him.
Yeah.
And 9.5 highest wave score of the event so far. It's pretty impressive. So good on you, Mike. Then finally, talking about claims, we move into the next heat. We had a question from none other than Bowie Glindeman asking us about the claim of Jacob Wilcox. I made you watch it before because you actually missed this one. And it was a claim for like more of a comedic reason than an actual like frothing that I got this way. It was more the way I read it. Again, haven't talked to him about this. We don't know anything, but it was more like, I'm surfing in the pipe event right now. I've just done 3 to the beach.
Yeah.
It's 3 foot. It's on
exactly
shore.
what it would have been.
And it was like, this is comical.
Yeah.
Ideally, obviously, he gets a score that allows him to progress into the next round. But for him at that point, it was more just like this is insane. What's happening right now? So yeah, for people thinking like it's just lame claiming a 4, that wasn't like you're honest. I'm happy with this. This is like, what the hell is going on right now?
And it's funny, like, there's not many days where aerial surfing and airs are on the same scale at pipe. And that day was.
Yeah.
Because obviously the conditions were so buttery and nice in the morning. By the afternoon, it was flogged.
Yeah.
And then we saw some of the best airs getting thrown, and it was actually really nice to see them be rewarded.
Yeah.
They kind of went, it is what it is. Like, it's fucked right now. Can't. Like, if you were doing those airs in the morning, flat 2.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
By the Arvo, they're an 8.
by the Arvo, they were an 8, which is it's good to see that the judges actually bent down on that rule and went, yeah, fuck, it is what it is. Because Seth's air was insane.
Yeah.
Big alley-oop. Looked like he fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't fall off. Sheon Crawford, absolute fucking wizard.
Was that the best high performance surfing you've ever seen in a helmet?
Yes.
I think it was.
Yes.
I was thinking about
and
this.
probably on a 6'8". Like, it wouldn't have been his preferred craft to do an air reverse on or a big straighty on.
He's looking better and better every time I see that kid.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like he's come from like how did that guy get there on the challenges to now looking like, okay, like, no, he deserves to be on the challenges and actually starting to knock on the door for CT.
He's proper, for sure.
Yeah.
Eli Hanneman, I thought, was really good and a real big proponent of the barrels and the airs as well. He's doing it on the same wave.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be very, very difficult, similar to Barron in this event to beat, because he just can win so many different ways.
Well, he's already had a win this year at that location.
He beat Barron too.
Yeah.
And
John John.
Yeah, beat everyone. So I reckon, did he beat John John?
John John got 3rd. No, John John got 2nd to that event.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, Eli just looked really, really solid, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him in there in the finals. And I'm actually, and this, I haven't talked to you about this before. We did our picks for the event. I picked Leo, who's withdrawn from the event.
Ripper!
I'd like to ask your permission to insert Eli into my picks. Is that okay?
Yep, sure,
Thank you.
sure. Well, I'm already out.
What do you mean?
I picked Josh Minez.
No, but like this is for picks for like to do well in the event. To pick the semi-finalists essentially.
Oh, right, yeah.
So,
I picked a couple of people to do well.
Yeah.
Who are doing well, but Josh is not one of them.
Yeah.
He did take one of the biggest beatings of the day
He got pumped,
on day
though.
3.
He got absolutely pumped. Next, Heat 12, definitely not a standout performance by any means, but I just like to include that friends of the show, Jackson Baker and Luke Thompson, both in the same heat, both progressed. So
There you go,
So-
Largo effect.
a real feel-good story there. Other than that, though, man, kind of you touched on it. Sean Crawford was the last heat today, absolutely brained it. That's kind of where we're at up until this point. Really good day for the Aussies, mind you. Morgan progresses.
He looked good. He looked really good.
He looks solid. Winter progresses. Mikey progresses. Jacob progresses. Cal Robson, Jacko Baker, Xavier Huxtable, George Pittard, Liam O'Brien. A lot of Aussies making heats, which is really good to see. If we
There's
take...
one more story that we need to uncover.
What's that?
It's our surf of the week.
I was going to just quickly, before we go on to Surf of the Week, just
Sure.
highlight a couple heats in the next round that are going to be really entertaining to watch. I know you're buzzing for your Surf of the Week.
I
because
love this surf of the week story. It's fucking amazing.
One of his favorite picks so far. But there's a couple skits heats coming up. So I won't mention who your Surf of the Week is just yet because I'll let you spoil that. But this first heat's really good and it does feature your Surf of the Week. So we got Joey Johnson, Morgan Siblick, Carlos Munoz, Baron Mamiya.
That's huge.
Huge heat. Then
Carlos looked good too, actually.
Carlos, you can just tell he's grown up in A-framing, like barrels. Another heat that I really like the look of, which is the last heat of the day, last heat of the round, Seth Moniz, George Pittard, Liam O'Brien, Sean Crawford. Those guys will go. So
Oh my God. Yeah, that's huge.
I'm excited for that one also. Now, Zach, Surfer of the Week, please unveil who it is.
It is Joey Johnson. And it's the reason why he's surfer of the week is he's out there following in the footsteps of Al Cleland, Al Cleland Jr., sorry, in displaying that perhaps going to the gym and having acai smoothies isn't the only route to stardom.
Yeah.
He is currently in the round 32 of Challenger Series, and his event warm-up ritual is smacking some darts and having some 808 beers.
Yeah.
Is that just not amazing? Like, he said he had like 8 beers the day before or something, or day of even, I don't know. And
He was watching the fights and he's
watching UFC, smacking beers and darts.
Yeah.
While everyone's got their stretch bands on and got their headphones on listening to Kanye West.
Well, it's working, mate, because he's had an 8 in every heat he's surfed so far. So
Yep.
it's clearly doing something right. I probably don't recommend it to
Definitely
the rest of the
recommend
field.
doing it. No.
He's found what works for him. I feel like he should continue doing it within a safe level, though, Zach.
I like to see the variety.
Yeah, it's good. It's like an Al Cleland type setup, you know, like just doesn't really care. Although Al Cleland is a full-time fixture on the tour, maybe a good idea for him to like cut back on that. For Joey, this is a one-time thing for him, or like it might happen again next year. They get this locals round, he might get back in. I dare say, given the performance he's put in, he will be getting back in if they do have it. But yeah, it's nice to see someone just not taking it so seriously and making heats. I'm really enjoying watching his performances.
And I wonder what you mentioned just before that Leo pulled out. Did he look at our post that Con O'Leary gave us some insights and intel on whether CT surfers should go down a league and surf in the Challenge Series? Maybe you got to him.
It might have. He followed us, so you never know. He might have seen it. I dare say anything that we've said would have zero influence
Sweet fuck all.
on anything he does.
On anything.
No.
On anyone.
On anyone, correct.
Nada.
Yeah, he did. He's pulled out. Hopefully everything's all good. Hopefully it's not like something bad's happened and he's had to pull out. But yeah, he's not in the event, so hence why before I said I'd like to switch it. And I think it's a like-for-like swap. Leo's had really good results at Pipe. I don't think Eli's me just chopping in the next best guy, you know? Like, it's a like-for-like swap. So, yeah, he will be running as my selections.
Now, this scenario has happened again, Finley, and it's gone down a league.
Yeah.
Insider knowledge tells me that the QS 4000 at Burley Heads in a couple of weeks will feature CT surfers,
Mate,
as well as a world champion.
mate, can I jumped in because I was like kind of maybe looking like should we maybe
I
just
was
do
thinking
it?
about it. It come up too quick. Like
Yeah.
all the shit going on and work and this and that and whatnot. I was actually like, I think we actually said on the podcast like last year, maybe we should do it. And it actually was a real thought. I'm glad it was not a real thought.
Mate, I jumped in to have a look because you can actually see, who's in the event. I'm just going to read you out a few of the names. I might just cut this next bit while it loads. The draw is just stupid for a QS 4000. So obviously we got all of the usual suspects that usually do these events, kind of all just your Australian regional tour. And then we get down to a little bit later on in the event entries. We start off with Xavier Huxtable. Kind of makes sense. Challenger Series surfer, Australian though, so he'll be home. Kind of like, yeah, sure. Morgan Sibley, similar.
Ex World Tour surfer.
Ex
Final Fiver.
Yep. Jacob Wilcox.
Ex World Tour surfer.
Tully Wiley. On the Challenger Series currently. Callum Robson, ex World Tour surfer, Challenger Series surfer. And I was going, Sheldon Simpkins, hold the phone.
He could do some fucking damage.
He's back. Sheldon, after saying he's never coming back to events, he's snuck under the radar.
He's going to do some damage. He did some damage that year at Snapper for the Challenger Series.
I'm so happy he's having okay. He is such a good server. He needs to...
Good bloke too.
Yeah. Kais King, Joel Vaughan, Winter Vincent. The draw is just so stacked. Mikey McDonough, Bronson Mady. Who was the world champion, though, that you've had inside information on? Because he's not listed here yet. Jackson Baker as well is also in that event.
He's not listed?
I can't see him.
He's not listed?
Oh, right.
Ding, 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 winner.
Let me guess. Steph Gilmore?
Negative.
Oh.
Current.
Oh, God. Molly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, you can miss me with that. But this is...
I've heard Rio Wada's in it.
Rio's in it. I missed his name, but he's entered. Just I was looking at it going, oh, maybe we could enter. Definitely not. It was a biggest waste of money for me anyway.
Are all these comps just fucking free-for-alls now? There is no tours. It's just anyone enter.
It's like if you win a QS 4000 now, you probably could be on tour.
John enters his own QS 2000, gets second or third. We've got to double check that. Then you've got the most infamous lineup of surfers ever throughout the Hawaiian, I don't know, decade.
Yeah.
All in this one that we're watching now with, World Tour surfers, world champion Molly Picklum in it as well. And then you've got the very next event, that will get a lot of traction. The same thing. It's 3 in a row. Like,
it's insane, bro.
You're not feeling the local upstart 16-year-old with much confidence going, hey, I'm going to tie your Ashy up with you and we'll have some up and goes ready for your first heat at Burleigh. Fucking mic drop, Molly Picklum.
Dude, I remember I'd do a QS and it was kind of just the Pro Junior and the QS were the same pretty much. Maybe a few extra guys would enter that trying to do some practice, but you'd never see a lineup like this where...
It was just Billy Stammen.
It was Billy Stammen and I don't know, you might get freaking Adam Ellie in there or something. You know what I mean? Someone like that.
For my age, it was Creed, Noah, Jesse Adams.
Yeah.
That kind of crew.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough life as a QS surfer these days, a regional QS surfer.
Imagine this year, I'm going to get on the QS for the first time and boom, that. Yeah. Arcal.
Yeah, cheers.
Arcal's coming back. Jules is coming back. Fuck me.
Thanks for coming.
Maybe start playing soccer or some shit. I don't know, because it's getting out of hand.
It's getting nuts.
Rather than people going up, they're all coming down.
Yeah, they're just using it as free, not free because they pay for it, but just practice runs essentially.
Yeah.
And when you're a regional QS surfer, you don't want to be versing a pressure-free Morgan Siblick at Burleigh. It just doesn't really appeal to anyone, I don't think.
It gets worse when they're pressure-free.
Yeah. So just a quick look at the pipe forecast. We got some listener questions to get through and then we'll wrap it. Looking not ideal. We get a lot of onshore winds coming Wednesday, so that's Thursday for us here in Australia. We might see competition resume onshore in the morning, but then does switch to the wind out of the sort of more east direction, which is a bit more favourable. Thursday is looking Oh, it's looking grim actually, Zach, to be honest.
Thursday, our Thursday or theirs?
Fair Thursday, so our
I think
Friday.
that's the best day though.
It's looking grim. That day's mornings offshore, kind of, like sort of cross offshore into just onshore in the afternoon. Like, it's really not looking good. And the rest of the window is kind of swell drops, and then wind does sort of clean up a little bit, but it's 1 to 3 foot. It's going to be...
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say it's going to be difficult to finish, but go on.
What they were saying was, though, the winds are variable. So they need to be ready to hit the ground and be like, first heat, you're up. And we're just going to run.
Yep.
I don't think there's going to be a forecast window where they can go, yep, sweet, we've got 6 hours. Or you never really even have that long there.
No.
It's traditionally always a 4-hour ordeal, and then it goes a bit shitty.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the back end of this looks like. But
we could see this event very realistically be won on punts. So
I can tell you now, the day it finishes, the day after, I can already feel it in my loins. It's going to be pumping.
It's going to be cooking.
It'll be a late season push for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's pull out these listener questions.
Listener cues.
We've had more since we started, Zach.
Fantastic. Thank you for jumping on and getting us your listener cues.
All right, let's go to the start. Shark bands, yay or nay?
Never tried one, so not
comment.
yay or nay-ish.
Yeah.
It's one thing though, is it's gonna be hard to test whether it works, and I don't know do you want to test if it works? Not being like, here, kitty, fucking head first.
Maybe something for Scrapping Keenan to do. Maybe we just push him into the Richmond and...
Are you smarter than a QS Surfer Volume 2?
Yeah.
Punishment.
They would probably do it.
We put him in a tank at SeaWorld.
Yeah, with one on. Just have one on each limb and just see how well it goes.
Yep.
I've had some comments. Major overscoring of locals. Didn't notice it really. I thought it was...
I need an example.
It said 9.17 from Ben. Who's Ben?
Benji Brown?
Probably, yeah. Maybe...
Did he get a 9?
Must have.
First round, I think he went pretty good.
Benji Brand, 7.9.
I'm not going to say major, but there were
he got a 9.17 and a 0.97 in his round 2 heat.
What I will say, there was a lot of in and out barrels, and they were really big, scary waves. So maybe that's where the score comes from. But when it comes to technicality, not too hard to get in and out.
Yeah.
But they give him credit to fucking paddle into one of those 100%.
Yeah. They like to reward, like he may not have got that deep in that wave, whatever, but they love a late drop and like a real throaty. I would have been a left, I imagine, from memory.
Like Mason Ho's one, prime example.
Yeah.
I didn't see the love that everyone was like, whoa. I was like, it started, whoa. But pretty lackluster when you look at the way from a hole.
It's just they like the roll in takeoff into the inside pit, which fair enough, whatever. Thoughts from Callow Cal. Thoughts on people speaking in kilojoules / energy instead of feet for surf forecast.
I reckon kilojoules will become like leaders on surfboards. It's just new.
Okay.
I think it'll be the new.
Like the new like interval or something.
Yeah, it'll be in 10 years' time that'll be like, remember when we were saying kilojoules was fucking dog shit? I reckon that's what we're looking at now. Because it's actually, from my understanding, it's one of the more accurate readings, really.
It would just measure how powerful the swell is, right? So yeah, that's a good thing to have.
But yeah, like you said, it's strongly correlated with period. So
yeah.
Not sure.
Fletcher Keller, what are your thoughts on Salazar rinsing Mikey?
I don't know if it was a rinsing. It was kind of like true, but it was just a bit harsh.
It was, yeah. Mike could be the first person to tell you he's not a pipe specialist.
He hasn't spent much time there.
He's spent time there, but it's not the kind of waves that he would be looking at the calendar at the start of the year going, that's where I'm going to clock my best result of the year, you know? Like it's not somewhere like, but for Mikey was kind of going like, and Mikey Salazar, is it Michael Salazar? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Michael was like going, oh, Mikey's got a lot to prove. And then he dropped in and got the 9.5 on his first wave.
Yeah.
It's a good little FU to the commentary booth, I thought. It's pretty funny.
If you want to, Generations of Lennox did a good wrap up of that.
Yeah.
Cut it all up and packaged it up quite nicely.
Yeah. Jack Bugaro. Sorry if I've just butchered your surname there, Jack. Conno's no longer with Hurley. Got any info or is it hush? To that we respond with just stay alert on his socials. It's not our story to tell, but just keep an eye on his Instagram because there'll be an announcement coming soon.
Sure.
Sweet. Whatever, Trevor, is that billionaire's fan misses the only reason pro comp surfing is still a thing?
Oh, that's a good old. It's a bit of a wives' tale, I feel like. So it's Dirk. Dirk, I forget his last name, who owns or heavily funded the tour. His wife allegedly said she loves surfing, so that's why he purchased it.
Yep.
I feel like maybe at the time that was true, but I feel like it's developed since then. That's a 5-6 year old theory.
Yeah. So, 2450_outside. Eli Olsen signing with Mad Hueys.
Yeah, he left O'Neill.
Kind of fits, I guess. Like, he's not really doing heaps anymore. He's got his vlog.
Yeah.
I think probably good exposure for Hueys and for himself. I imagine O'Neill maybe a good mutual parting of ways there. I can't imagine he's doing heaps for O'Neill.
No, and it kind of fits well with the Hueys. Like, they're not really chasing for someone to be on the CT by the sounds of it. Well, they got Oscar, but
yeah, I guess there. But he's also Eli just kind of similar to your Carl Rothmans of the world. They just chill at Pipe and surf Pipe and Jaws whenever Jaws gets good.
I feel like if you put him on a inverted U hypothesis, he's on the backside of his career. So.
Yeah,
and the Hueys can be a good side of that.
It's just like your retirement home. You just go to the Hueys, you drink a lot of beers, you have fun, you enjoy the rest of your career.
Sure.
Cole Campbell, would you rather watch a year of the Challenger Series at CT venues or a year of the Championship Tour at Challenger Series venues?
Oh, great question.
Yes.
Who? Cole?
Cole.
Cole. Fuck me, mate. Well done. Sure. Let's swap it.
So you'd rather watch the CT
for entertainment, yeah,
at Challenger Series venues. The Challenger Series is pretty sick these days anyway, where they go. I'd probably...
Just for like a year, make it an exhibition, not like forever.
Yeah.
It's kind of backwards to do it forever, but you could just do it, tip it on its head for a year. Be like, hey, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah. I'm probably the same. I don't think as much as I love watching the Challenger Series, I just feel like the tour is so much better to watch in terms of the caliber of surfers that you have on it. So I don't think I'd prefer to watch Challenger Series surfers surfing in better waves, although that would be sick. I think I'd rather watch the tour surfers.
There's a reason why they're the tour and Challengers is Challengers.
It's a good question.
Great question.
Malmick just wants to take a moment to salute.
Fucking best surfer, best filmer, surfer ever.
Yeah. Yeah, combo deal. He's got it all right.
He's on the wrong side of the camera. Telling him that every day.
Can we just take a moment to salute Woody and the clip Hamish just dropped?
Oh, yeah, that was fucking epic.
Mm-hmm.
Epic.
A couple people asked this, Joshy Godwood and this guy Capperit, why do you get scored higher when you F up, i.e. Ian Gentile and recover than when you ride? But the last part of the question doesn't make sense, but I get the gist of the question. Why do you get scored higher for stuffing up on a wave sometimes?
Yeah, I think this is where the subjectiveness of surfing comes in. It creates excitement. It creates a wow factor.
Yeah.
And it's different. And
the best example of
impact.
that is Kelly's 10 at Chopes when he pretty much fell off.
Yeah.
And then got back on and made it. And like, there's certain things you do on waves that will reduce the score. I think it tends to be more so in when you're doing turns. That's when mistakes harm you a lot more.
Yes, I was going to say that.
In barrels, it seems to add a bit of drama, which can do you well sometimes. What else have we got? Who is the replacement on tour now that JJF's out? From Kevin, that is Ramsey, I think.
Ramsey Bukai.
Which is unreal. We went through that last week, but yeah, he's back, so stoked for him.
Yep.
Reclaim Surf, does Mikey need to shave his back, slipping under backdoor slabs like that? And then Gillette Spono, ?
Gillette would be a good sponsor. Not for us, we're hairless Sphinx cats, but maybe for Mikey. He's pretty hairless too, actually.
He does have a lot of hair, does he?
No.
What do we got here? Did DHD get robbed in the last Stab in the Dark episode? No, the board looked shit house.
I did watch it.
Yeah, you watched it? Did you agree?
It was pretty harsh. Like, those waves were fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It was burgers. That was filmed when Snapper had no sand. And that was one of the first swells that went through and kind of... It was good behind the rock for a little bit, and then it would go instantly into a shithole.
None of those boards looks great. Like neither of those boards looked amazing, but I thought the Sharp Eye definitely looked better.
Tell you what was whack as
What?
step offs.
Oh, how do you? I think that I had a problem with
I'm
that.
surprised Kelly allowed that.
That part of a board and how good it goes is how well it paddles, how well it
I
catches
was
waves.
thinking he would have gone, oh, no, I want to feel how it feels on my nipples and whether my nipples are engaged and whatever. But for him to even say, like, yeah, let's go do it. Now, I'm guessing when you're doing step-offs, your wave count is significantly increased.
Waves didn't look great either, and didn't look like there's many people out, so maybe he was scared of sharks, but...
I think it was because you can get 100 waves in an hour so quickly.
Yeah.
I get that part, but left a lot of meat on the bone for what could have been desired for surfboards and a true test. I don't see a true test being one, jet ski involved.
Yeah.
Two, those waves. I know it would have been so difficult to keep Kelly in the one spot. They've said it 10 times. I get that. But, it's a bit of a kick in the dick.
For sure.
And if you jump on our socials, I'm a very pro DHD supporter.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
Yes.
We had another question relating to Stab in the Dark. Owen Kilby asked it, friend of the show, and he said, what do we think about how they're running it? So Kelly seems to be doing 2 at a time and culling 1. And he's like, which makes sense. You're culling 1, but that one mightn't be worse than one that you pick on another day that's better. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're picking 2 at a time. 1 makes it, 1 goes out, but the one that goes out might be the best board on another day. You know what I mean? That might have actually made it. It's a good point. And the system works because you're trying to find a winner. So because of that, you're picking the best on each day. You go to the finals. And at the end of that, 1 board is going to be the best feeling one. And that's not going to change no matter how you cull the rest of them. It's going to be the same. But it's right in that you're going to have a final of boards potentially that two of them shouldn't be in the final. Maybe 2 other ones maybe should have been there instead that he's already culled. So doesn't affect the winner, but does affect the final 4 boards or whatever. So
I'm not going to be impressed if Dan the Man wins.
No, if he wins, it's going to be a shocker.
It's going to be like I knew it was her the whole time, in a murder mystery. We knew that was coming. Like, fucking just turn off the television straight away.
Yeah, I can't see them letting that happen. And then the guy who asked that last question, the DHD one, Perry, has also asked this one, and it's a good one to end on. Would you rather bail first wave in Abu Dhabi in front of everyone or pull back on wave of the day at Pipe?
Oh, bail at Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Speaking of, they didn't get a good rap in this Stab in the Dark.
We've had our bits to say about them. We can leave them in the past, I think.
Well, it's not our story to blast, but
I don't want to give them any more coverage than what we already have.
But no, I'd rather nosedive 15 times than pull back. That's career suicide to pull back at Pipe.
That can ruin you.
Yeah, there's no going back.
You could.
It's a very finite resource, that one wave, and if it's a good one, well, it makes sense if it's like you're in the wrong spot. But if you pull back and pike it,
if you pull back on that one, you have to go an insanely stupid wave after it to come back from that.
Or door knock and provide a 6-pack to everyone and give them your sincerest apology, and that it won't happen again.
There's 20 cameras on the beach at Pipe, but rest assured someone captured it. And
it gets worse if one of the mums on the boogie board went it too.
Yeah. If you pull back and a boogie board mum goes, then you almost can't paddle out there ever again.
No.
But yeah, I'm the same. I'd rather faceplant the reef than have the stigma of the guy who pulled back on wave of the day at Pipe.
I'd rather be, there's
terrified.
a lot of things I'd rather be.
I'd be petrified, but you're right. That's career done. Especially if you're a pro. If I was a pro surfer, especially.
I'd rather slap. What's his name?
And by that logic, it doesn't have to be 10 foot. It's just wave of the day. It could be 4 to 6 foot. And it could be a really sick one.
I'd rather slap Kaimana Henry over the face.
Oh, really?
Than fucking pike one in front of all the big dogs.
Yeah.
Again, if there's no one out and you pike one, like, that doesn't matter. I'm talking about it like Jamie's in there, John's in there. You're fucking idols. If the crew that were on your walls, on the posters on your walls as a kid were watching, I'm slapping Kaimana Henry.
Yeah.
I'd rather deal with that.
At least you can fight it out on the beach. You can have your.
There won't be a fight, Finley. He'd ruin my life instantly.
But there's kind of like a respect there. Like people would be like, "Oh, that's the guy that hit Kaimana." Like you'd probably get some props from
That's
that
the
later
guy who
on.
died instantly.
True. All right. Well, I'm about to choke, and I've actually.
You've
I've
done
done all right.
You've done very well.
We'll leave you guys there. We'll be back next week for a wrap up because the event will undoubtedly be finished. A full wrap up, mind you. Thanks for listening once again. Follow us on socials, like, subscribe, all the rest. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Bye.